Hey YouTube, Sweetknives here. Thanks for checking out another awesome video we got going on here today. The Microtech Stitch Stonewashed. You guys, this knife is unbelievable. That's all I got to say. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. We got lots of sweet stuff coming out this year. And I want to thank my buddy Dave in California for sending this in. This is what the knife looks like, guys. It is an auto. And it snaps. I mean, that has some amazing snap. I can't, I mean, it is one big knife and it feels awesome. It fits awesome. It's made of the most unbelievable materials. This channel, we review budget knives, we review EDC knives, and every now and then we review really kick butt expensive knives. This is one of them. This is not a cheap knife. You're looking at close to $400 for this knife and even more now. I don't even know if you really can't even get it anymore, to be honest. Just don't sell it anymore. So this was basically becoming a legend of the past. So I just want to show you this. I'll give you a few of the dimensions. We won't spend tons of time on this. Basically everything that's been done on this knife has already been reviewed. You can see it's 8.5 inches. Blade length, we got about 3 inches. And the closed length, I'll show you that. We got about 5 inches on the closed length. This is a pretty heavy knife. I'll put it on the scale here. I'll show you just a second. 6.3 ounces. Not a lightweight knife at all, but I'll tell you what, it feels damn good in the hands. And guys, if you're looking for just a knife that really feels good, this is it. Now, just to give you some size comparisons, that's the Spyderco Endura 4. That's the Griptilian full size. Here we have a Contigo. And I got a Buck 110. You kind of get the idea of the size. I'll open some of these up. Let's open up the Stitch. God, that snaps. I mean, just an unbelievable snap. That's the Contigo, another fairly large knife. Here's the Buck 110 Alaskan Guide. Here's the Spyderco ZDP. That's the ZDP version of it. Won't stay, but you get the idea. And then we got the Griptilian full size. So you can kind of get an idea of the size of the blade in comparison. It's quite a bit bigger than the Griptilian, and I don't know on par, but like if you look at the thickness, look at thickness of the blade. It's got a thicker blade than the Contigo. Let's compare thickness here. Quite a bit thicker blade than the Doug Ritter version. And then the Buck 110 Alaskan Guide, again, same thing. So this is as you can see, guys, this is one heavy duty knife. I mean, this is not going to be a knife that everybody's going to carry around. And the fact that it's an auto, you can't carry it around in a lot of states. So only certain groups are going to be able to carry it and use it. But if you're able to use this one and you like knives, definitely check this out. So I own a ton of Benchmade auto out the side knives like this, and I just think Microtech makes a little bit better knife. They use a little bit better materials, like this blade here. This is actually M390, and I'll zoom in a little bit so you can see. Hang on a second. You can see the markings on the blade. I know it's a little bit hard to see because of that stonewash, but it's M390, made in the USA. It's got the logo on the top there. This is a Warncliffe style blade, really kick-ass blade style. This is part one. You know what I think I'm going to do? I'm going to sharpen this up because it's pretty sharp right now, but it can be even a lot more sharper than that. I'll give you a look at the handle. Everything about this knife was done amazingly well. Look at the chamfering there. Same thing right there, so you don't cut into your hand. Look at these, how those got the chamfering around that, and they're countersunk. And this is aluminum handle here with a very nice milled pattern. Nice clip that's actually flush right there. They actually machined out a little spot, so that was flush. It's got a lanyard hole there. Here's a look at the Backspacer, heavy duty Backspacer. A lot of good grip right there. Again, those holes are countersunk right there. This is a look on kind of the inside of the knife. I know that that's kind of hard to see. But overall, I mean, guys, this is one beast of a knife. And if you're looking for something that is just a very unique design, this is it. And it's got the most, check this out. I'm gonna zoom in on this. This is the coolest push button for any auto I've ever seen. I mean, look at that. That's not your normal push button right there. Everything about this knife was done with heavy duty in mind. Really easy. Push that, and it's got. So I've taken this apart before in the past, but there's actually a super heavy duty spring in here. Super heavy duty spring, and that spring creates one of the most powerful openings on any automatic I've ever seen. Watch this, count of three. 1, 2, 3. I mean, it's got a massive blade and it kicks it out no problem. Centering is almost spot on. I'd give it about a 9.5 out of 10. This has been carried a little bit, so it's not brand new, but damn, I love this knife. In fact, I think I'm going to buy it. I'm going to buy it from my buddy because I like it so much. That's if he'll sell it. He may not want to sell it, but I'll try to make him a deal he can't refuse. Honestly, this is a really kick-ass knife. I'd put this up against any Benchmade, any even other Microtechs. Like, I own a few other Microtechs. In fact, I got to review some of the other ones that I got. But this one here is just it's a big knife, but it really feels awesome. And you just don't see many knives that look like that. I mean, you just don't see many knives that look like that. Oh, I forgot to compare it to one other knife. You guys will like this. This is a little mini SD. Some guys carry around those, and then other guys carry around these. Big knife. But I like these little ones too. Very handy little knife there. But anyway, yeah, this is just, I don't even know what more to say. The steel is, like I said, made out of that M390 steel. Some of the highest quality steel that you can buy. M390 is very similar to that 20 CV that Benchmade uses as well. I like that it's made in the USA. I like that it's made by Microtech. I mean, they've been around a while. They make just some of the most unbelievable products, and you really just can't go wrong. I mean, even back here, like, look at this part of the Backspacer. I mean, they went into a lot of work to machine this and do it perfectly. Everything about it is just perfect. Even if you look inside there, I don't know if I can zoom in on this, but those are, you can see that machining on the handle, this was all a lot larger piece, and they machined that a little bit just so these screws that fit onto the clip could have a little bit more room to go into. I know that that's not focusing exactly. It did for a second. Has a hard time. Sorry. I know that's, well, that's about the best I can do, but you can see there's a little bit of a ridge right there, and that's the machining just on the handle for those screws on the clip. I mean, this is the kind of stuff that Microtech does, and you can see inside there the mechanism. It locks so tightly around that. Really, really think this is a great knife for you folks out there that want something quite a bit different, quite a bit more unique, and just generally just a lot better, higher quality knife. I mean, like I said, you're going to pay a lot of money for the Microtech stuff, but it really is in a league of its own. I mean, you'd have to go to a custom type knife. In fact, the custom made knife of this one, this was a collaboration between Borka Knives and Microtech, and I think Merfoni, if I'm not mistaken. But that was well over $2,000 for that knife. So this one here, for $400 or $500, you're getting a hell of a deal on it. But guys, let me know what you think. This one's been out a while. It's not a new knife, but it is definitely a kick butt sweet knife. I'd love to know what your thoughts are. I'm going to sharpen it up. I'm going to see if I can get this. It's already pretty sharp, but I'm going to get it even sharper. So stay around, guys. And in the near future, I'll put part 2 right here, so you can click the link right here. But let me know what you think. If you like this knife, hit that like button. If you made it this far, you like these kind of knives, and would love to hear what you think. If you have other Microtech knives that you want to see or you think look really cool, let me know. This one I'd put up there in my top 10 knives ever. I'd put this in the top 3 knives ever. Really like this knife, and I can't say anything bad. It is a heavy knife. That's the only downside. But other than that, it's an awesome knife. Thanks for checking us out, guys. Have a great day.